Hello, everybody. I'm Priyanka Kaushal, editor Creature Companion magazine. Our guests for today are Hamsika Mani and Sairam, who are pet parents of a pet of the month, Zara, the retriever. So come, let's meet them. So could you please introduce yourselves to our audience?
So I'm Hamsika and he is Sairam, and we are Zara's parents. And she won the pet of the month during the last contest. And I work for BNP Paribas. I'm a chartered accountant.
I work for a company called Omega Healthcare, and we both are professional Bharatanatyam dancers as well.
Okay, yeah, okay. So let's start with a session. When did you bring Zara in your life? Like, is she your first pet?
Yeah, she's our first pet, and we got her on April 6, 2018. We remember the date too.
Okay. And is there any story behind this name, like particularly Zara? You've named her?
Yeah. Zara is, to be very frank, Zara, the brand Zara was so captivating for us from first. But then when we wanted to have a pet in our life, we were searching for names, and then there was a striking similarity between how the pet was responding and to the name Zara. Generally, if you take it technically, Zara names something which is blossoming out. So every time whenever she looks at us, it will really blossom that happiness inside us. So I suggested Zara, and immediately we wrote different names, and we collected the names and then put forward, and the name which Zara herself picked was Zara. So we kept it like that.
Oh,
So she
good.
came and picked one chit out of it. That came as Zara. So we kept the name like that.
Okay, so she technically she herself selected her
She
name.
herself decided her name.
Good, good, good. Okay, so when you decided to get Zara in your life, were you looking for any particular breed of a dog?
No, it was not a breed kind. We were just open to anything. We were also ready to adopt or get a pet. We were not very clear about how it is done. We just needed a pet at that point of time. We needed someone with us because both our families are against pets. They are afraid, and
Okay,
there are the orthodox family kind, so they restrict pets in our family. So, but
so
he
what was
loves
that?
dogs,
Okay,
but I am afraid of dogs. So he took
okay.
me to different dog cafes, to friends who had pets. So I got used to the pets first. And later on, we decided, okay, fine, I'm okay with pet. We'll go ahead and get a pet.
How did you, I mean, particularly select Zara only? I mean,
That's
is
what.
that
There was
During
a
this course
process
of
during the selection. We had been to one of the popular cafes in Mumbai. We were in Mumbai before, so
okay?
I took her to different cafes, and then we had different friends who had different breeds of dogs, not just Indies, not just golden retrievers. We had selective breeds of dogs. But then when we went to a particular cafe, there was one golden retriever which got so attached to Hamsi, it was not even moving for nearly 1.5 hours.
Okay.
So the pet cafe was closing off, and like it was around 9:30. At that time, that pet was resisting itself to come away from Hamsi. So both the cafe's owner and myself at that time were speaking. Then he said, "Sir, I guess the breed is fixed now. You need to go in for a golden retriever." And then I said, "It's huge actually. It's huge, and I might be not Hamsi might not be so comfortable with a huge breed." But then he said he asked me to just turn and see, and that golden retriever was sitting nicely inside Hamsi's lap. It was fully fixed in the Hamsi's lap, and she was fully covered. So then I decided, okay, let me take a retriever puppy. At that time, only the breed was fixed. So
Okay.
we were up for any baby which was coming up. So this was the one which came up.
And now Hamsika is not afraid of dogs
No,
anymore.
not at all.
Not at all. Nice.
I can walk between hundreds.
Dogs. Okay, okay. So, what is Zara's diet like? What you generally feed her?
So when she was a puppy, we gave her Royal Canin, but
Okay.
she was maintaining underweight for a long time, and then we consulted a vet, and he changed to Farmina NND.
Okay. So
So during the course, she got bored of it. She stopped eating, and she wanted only different items every day. She will not touch the food if I give once today, and even the night she will not touch the same food.
oh,
It was
okay.
like every meal, a different variety.
So is it any time like homemade food you people give
That's
or
what. Then we started preparing egg and rice, curd rice. Then we are actually Brahmin families with veg,
okay.
so we can't bring in non-veg. But we decided and got her chicken.
So that
Okay.
was a major difference in our family, no?
We didn't know how to cook, so we asked our friends on how to do it, and then we gave her chicken rice. She liked it, but over the period, she was allergic to chicken, and eventually we shifted to Chennai, and her skin allergy got, it
Wasn't
increased.
Okay. And then
And we
after
considered a vet here, and she was put on hypoallergenic food. So we do give her Famina ultra hypo currently, and we serve her curd rice or egg rice as of now. And she loves vegetables.
okay.
she is like
She
we
is
always
literally a
think
cow.
we always think she is probably a cow in a previous birth, no? Because she loves any kind of vegetable you give, any
Okay.
stock of the vegetable.
It's all raw.
It's all raw. She loves it raw, and then you put the entire bowl with any kind of vegetable. She's fine to eat. So her skin allergy got better, and now her coat is also better. So we are planning to have chicken and the other diets as well, but then now she's fine with
Fine with the
vegetables and high
vegetables.
content.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good, good. And what about like traveling? When you people travel, do you take Zara along with you when while traveling?
Of course.
Of course, she never travels alone. That was another point to be noted from the family perspective. When you generally have a dog, immediately your parents or your relatives will start telling your trips to our houses will be restricted.
Yes.
So technically, we both plan our trips very much because I do travel a lot because of our dance shows. So what we do is generally we have friends who have pets, and there are quite a number of people in Mumbai who were helping me in taking care of Zara. And particularly during trainings also, we had few friends who used to train their own dogs. There were no particular person who came to train any of the dogs. But then there was one good friend of mine called Rohit who really trained Zara very well. So he used to take care of Zara whenever we plan a trip. But if it was a major trip where Hamsi needs to be a part, we make sure that we will be taking Zara.
So have you
So,
felt like any time, any difficulty while traveling with the pet?
so
Absolutely no.
absolutely not, because
She is very accommodative, in fact, and she loves the scooter rides. Especially, we take her like for a short distance. We take her by two-wheeler. She sits in the
Okay,
front.
nice.
Immediately, if I move the scooter, she'll jump on the scooter, sit in her place. That's it.
And like while traveling far away places, you
That's why
use
we
public
shifted from
transport and all?
Mumbai to Chennai, and it was a 30-hour journey. So we came by car actually.
so
Oh,
we inquired air travels
Airways.
as well, but then in India it was restrictive. They were
It's
not
not
allowed.
safe.
They were not allowing dogs in airplanes as well. So and then Amsi and myself were little skeptical to take Zara in trains first of all, because even though you have first class AC compartments which will take up pets, but we were little skeptical. Will she be able to adapt to sitting to one place, or like,
yes.
because the first rule in railways was the person should be accommodative if the pet is shouting so much or if the dog is barking. So we were a little skeptical. Then we decided to have the 30 hours journey by car itself.
By car.
So there
Okay.
was one friend of mine who has his own car. So what he said was, "I'm just coming for Zara. We will travel from here. We will go to Bangalore. We will stay there for 1 hour or 2 hours, rest for some time, and then we will go to Chennai. Exact 30 hours we reached Chennai from Mumbai. That was fantastic trip, and Zara loved each and every second of it actually.
Nice.
And
It's
luckily,
good.
we stopped in dabas where they allowed her inside to sit in the daba and eat with us. It
Now
was
these
not
people
like
are
you
accommodative.
you can't bring in the dog.
It was very good. It was a wonderful trip. Everybody should try a long trip with their own pets
With the
actually in the
pets.
car.
Yes. Nice. So when at home, like how do you people spend time together with Zara? What she likes and how do you want to spend time with her? How you like spending time?
She just loves humans around her. As much as humans, as much as happy she is.
Okay. She
So
likes get-togethers of like if you
yeah,
have
she
Very
just
much.
loves.
Very much. She
She just
loves.
wants to meet more people, more pets, enjoy with them.
There was an incident where we took her to one of the pet fed competitions. So that
okay.
was our 6th month, probably 6th to 7th month,
Seventh.
maximum 7th month. We took her to the pet fed where I wanted her to socialize so much. So we took her to the pet fed and we were like slightly scared because there will be many dogs coming up. It will be different breeds, sizes will be
Yes.
different, and Zara looks very, very small with compared to other pets who were coming there. So she went inside. There was a show where the pet parents should walk along with the dog when there are like hundreds of people around you. So she was sitting and she was the last contestant, and Hamsi and Zara was walking. So while observing every dog walking, she saw only one thing. Everybody is shouting whenever the dog is reaching towards the other parent. What she did, she was the final contestant. She started walking along with her mom. She came right near that end line where she was the first contestant to reach that end line also. So we were thinking she will be the winner. She sat right there near that end line, and everybody started cheering. And she again did. She went near the start line. Again, she came till the end line and then she stood. So at that point, everybody understood this girl is a crowd puller. She loves people around.
She loves people
She
around.
wants everybody to come and pamper her only. She will never allow people to come and talk to us first. Rather, she will ask everybody to come and talk to her first and then come and talk to
Then
us.
come to you people. Nice.
And at home, we just take her for a walk whenever we are free. And in Mumbai, we had a huge space, so she could run around 5 kilometers a day.
Okay.
We had a volleyball court and a big parking there, so she could run there every day. She'll cover at least 5 kilometers a day. But after coming to Chennai, we can't find such a big space, so she splits herself into morning and evening sessions up 2 kilometers, 2 kilometers. But she covers that.
Okay.
She needs a time to run around and then relax her. So the minute she runs, she will come back, she will sleep. That is all she requires.
Nice.
And at home, she loves playing fetch. Like 24/7, she wants to play fetch with us
Okay.
with
Okay.
different toys around.
Right now, the minute Amsi told fetch, she was sleeping right next to us. She just woke up and saw us like, are we going to
Just
play
on
now?
listening the name of pet.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have any favorite pet shops or e-commerce sites from where you buy products, particularly for her?
Yeah, we usually get on Hub, that's heads up or tails. We
Okay.
both purchase like in store and online. And apart from that, we go in for Pet Valley, and Poshbox was helping us in delivering her foods major. She was on Ekana for some time, so we couldn't get Ekana any elsewhere, so they were delivering us for us. And Pet Valley, Stew Centrals, and
And
like we just go through all these sites.
every single site we might have gone
Something
through
will
actually.
be there.
So Huft was the major attraction.
Purchase, like
You go inside Huft, you really get attracted towards many things which they display.
Okay.
And the two major sites which are so helpful was Huft and Poshbox. Poshbox was the one who were delivering food for Zara, and Huft was for accessories majorly.
Okay, and any local place there in Chennai, if we say any pet shops or something there you find?
We currently purchase her foods from Lovely Pets, so it's a local shop here.
Okay.
But her major purchases is again
On the e-commerce side, basically
No,
online.
no, we go to the Huff store.
You have the Huff store here also.
Store also. Okay.
So
Okay.
you have the Huff store. You can drop in and give orders also. You can get it through online also. Here it is very nearby, so we just drop in and get the stuffs. But when we were in Mumbai, it was long for us, so we did it through e-commerce.
Okay. Okay. So coming to health of Zara, who is your veterinarian for her? Who you choose like?
So again, it's Mumbai and Chennai. Mumbai, it was Dr. Mardik. He was in the next street where we stayed in Dombivli. So he was one like best vet you can never see in your life. He never charges you first for your normal visits or normal consultations. He never charges. And for Zara, he likes Zara so much, so he'll just get for the injections or medicines, whatever he gives.
Okay. And
anytime you call him, he will answer and give you something. Like any problem, you can call him 24/7.
Okay.
And in Chennai, we go to Dr. Tanige Vel. He's in Velachery. He is also similar. Like he's very cool, very nominal, and he doesn't charge so much. And he treated her skin infection fully. It was an allergy, and we couldn't know what the allergy is about. So then he derived it. It's okay, it's a food allergy, and then she's cured now.
Now she's fine with that skin season. And apart from skin issue, do you get any of the health issues with her till now?
No.
Okay. Okay.
She had those dry skin.
Okay.
And some itching problems. So, but it was because of the food.
Okay, it was mainly of the food only.
Food allergy it was.
Okay, otherwise no issues.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you find as pet parents, is there any gap what you get in the market and what you look particularly for your pet? Is there any gap? Is there any difference which you find that there are products which are not available right now and they should be available in near future?
Yeah, we feel most of the shops maintain the same kind of products. It's the same ball or the frisbee or the Kong kind. Like they don't have innovative stuff there, mind games. Like hardly few shops, and it's really costly.
See, it is about affordability of having a pet itself. First of all, I will derive to that point first, because if you are going to have a pet, it is going to be a livestock for you. So the minute you decide to have a pet, you need to substantially derive what are all the things you need to have for a pet. So the general ones, you have ball, you have the frisbees, you have the soft toys. Those are very normal for the dog to get engaged. Once after they get engaged, there needs to be a particular attraction towards any particular kind of a toy you have. So I feel every single shops which are locally maintained, it is having only one particular set of pet accessories which they deal with, because every dog shops will have one nominal amount of money to be incurred on that. So if you go and ask for any innovative toys, you will land up getting the similar Kong kind, or which you might have had a gift in her first birthday. So you need to get into e-commerce to do many other researches to get different kind of toys, which will be literally taking time. By then the dog would have moved her mind to something else. So the product selection with respect to every shop needs to be slightly changed, is what we think. So as coming to Hamsi's point also, every single innovative toy will go up to around 5k to 6k, and then the affordability comes there. So these are the 2 points which we always think before getting into a toy shop actually.
So whenever she gets bored of the same toys, we make her the DIYs for her. We take a bottle, put some holes in that, put the treats inside, and she keeps rolling the bottle and she gets treats.
It is all
play with it for some time.
Experience.
You Once you get a dog, everything becomes an experience for you. You start innovating everything whichever you have. It becomes a priority for the dog because you need to really see what they are actually visualizing. Once you start visualizing what they want, no, then it becomes easy for you. And if you see any pet parent after 2 years or 3 years, they will start telling everything they make for the dog. There is no necessity for you to go to a shop and make it for it, because you get to know what the dog requires.
Yes.
It will be just a mere socks with ball inside, which will keep your dog occupied, or it will be the same toy with a soft material which you will buy from the shop also.
Yes.
Both does not make a difference for the dog particularly.
So in terms of food products, do you find any gap between this? In case of food, the pet food which is available, which the companies are manufacturing, which you're getting?
Yeah, there is a gap. But can I mention the brand?
You can just let us know, like what exactly, I mean, you are looking, you look for
Even
your pet?
we traveled to Singapore last year and we went to a huge pet shop there.
Okay.
We got so many varieties which are not available in India. They had dried chicken
Okay.
or dried beef, which you can never find in India. And whereas with the quality of food, it is so good there, but we feel only the what is junk is sent to India.
Okay.
Same like how our products are. Abroad it's very good, but in India we don't find, it's the worst food actually.
See, if you see the ethical breeders, from once after you get a dog, you get to interact with many people uh, to know about how pet food is, how pet products are. So whenever I interact with bigger breeders or like bigger pet parents who had multiple experience with dogs, the only one point which they always suggest is, Sai, better you import food from outside India. So why they get into that context is the food which gets delivered to our market is
Are
like
just fillers.
are just like fillers, or like the probably the third quality or the fourth quality which comes inside the country. So if you are super caring about the dog, if your dog is finicky about food, then you need to do certain amount of research to get outside India and get the food. But what will be the question for people who really loves dogs and have dogs for their loving stuff, but still they are not able to afford to that kind of
Yes.
importing stuff? That is what is the question here.
Basically,
So
our Indian pet industry, pet companies
exactly,
Yeah.
only focus on this thing, upon the basic quality of the food, right? You're focusing
basic
on the
quality of the
It
food.
is like most of the foods, like the popular brands are restricted in all over the world, and especially in India, it's rated as the worst food quality. But the
Yes.
same brand outside India, like Singapore, it is the best quality there.
Definitely are. I mean, this is an initiative so that companies could, focus on this particular point from the pet
Exactly.
parents' point of view.
Yeah.
Seriously, because if we are taking that step to take food from outside, then what is the point in living in India and taking it out? That is what is the concern. So as the industry is trying to grow, they need to concentrate on genuine products when they get pet foods from outside. So if they are going to import, they need to import the better ones. I
So
guess
that was the reason we changed to Farmina or Ekana later on.
Okay. So, I mean, related is only my next question that do you think the brands today, not only of the food, everything, regarding accessories or toys or food, everything. So, do you think brands today, they're doing enough to promote responsible pet keeping along with their, promoting their products and all? Responsible pet keeping. Do you think they are?
Few brands do, like they take it very seriously and they do it. I've seen Huff doing it very good. I've seen their
Okay.
posts or initiatives, what they do it on Instagram or what they do it in a store. It's extremely good. But again, some pet stores, they just have it for business. They just make money with whatever products they have. They just sell off the old stock. They do everything there to just make money.
see, and to be very frank, it lies with pet parents also. The minute you start getting dogs, it becomes you humanize the pets also. So you always start thinking of having premium products for your pets and premium stuffs which are actually normally available also. But then you start digging in so much, you will start thinking that a product which is about 2000 rupees is worth, and a product which is around 200 bucks is not that worth. So it lies with pet parents as well, because you need to genuinely think what is required for the pet. First of all, you do not have to bombard the pet with accessories. Like, you have a collar, you don't have to buy a second collar. You need to have like, you just have a second collar, spare collar. But then I have seen people stocking up with their collars and leashes, and you will literally see pet parents will say that the 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 dog is actually what to say, the dog matches along with your dress, and it becomes a fashion now. So whenever you start thinking about freaking out your stuffs, you will land up spending more only. So obviously the industry will also think in that way only. They will give cheap qualities with whatever is attractive right now, and then get the money out of it.
And now the dress, what they do, the festive dresses, the party dresses, what they do, literally I can make it at home. All you need is a collar, with a normal collar, which you have to just insert it between the stitches. So I take all the old saris or the shawls which we get for our dance. I just cut it and make her one, like,
Robe kind.
robe kind.
Okay.
And she has it with the collar. Whenever she feels uncomfortable, I'll just remove it. Just for a picture, we put it on her, take the picture and remove it. It hardly takes you half an hour to stitch it. But what they sell it online is around the same thing. It costs around 3,000. It's just the piece of cloth.
See, but the perspective differs also, because once you start having a pet, it becomes a part of your family also. And then there are different perspectives to how we think about having pets with dresses and having pets with different fashionable collars and all. But then I always say, be a responsible parent, because what you set up in social platform makes a lot of difference to others who really wants to have pets also. So what is actually required needs to be put on social media. You can pamper your dogs in your own area. You can do it up for yourself. And then when you start putting up in social medias with more accessories, more I have seen people putting up gold and silver for the dogs because they love so much. But then it creates a difference between a pet parent who really earns to have a dog, but then he starts feeling, or he or she starts feeling, that I might not be affordable enough to have a pet right now. So that is where people start digging so much when they say you can adopt an indie dog rather than you can have breeding kind. But people start becoming invasive about breeds because they have only focused towards social status, which happens when we have a dog. So if I say I have a golden retriever, people think it's different. If I seriously say if I have a indie dog, will the society accept, is what my question is. So right now we wanted to have a second dog probably in the next 2 years, but then I'm having super big like research stuff which happens around my own Indian dogs and how I need to see the dog's perspective. So we both decided that we might not go in for breed specific, but then
it's a indie dog, but again, how it is going to happen is
exactly. So I personally say anybody who wants to have a dog should have a proper research, and they need to know how a dog can be treated inside your house also. You need to have that research before having a dog. They always consider dog as a social status, will not help. We need to think that the dog is going to live with you for the entire lifetime. If I'm taking a dog, it is just a dog for you, but then the life is going to be there for the dog along with you. So if I'm taking I'm more breed specific, then it becomes a problem for you. So you need to be opening up so that at least a dog will have a good life if they are along with you.
Rather than status kind is like they just have it, they can put it on their status. Like, even I have a dog, But eventually when you go inside their house, it will be tied outside in a corner. It sits
Just for
there,
the
it
sake of having
needs
it.
to pee or sleep there.
Yes. So
It's
basically, you're
mentally
saying that
affecting the dog.
from pet parents' perspective, they should be more aware. They should be more
Exactly.
Yeah.
responsible. And then comes the role of the companies in the industry for the responsible pet keeping.
Exactly. So you need to do your own research as which company gives you a better product for your dog. If I'm specific about one breed of food, or like if that breed is accepting one company of food, then I need to go towards that. If I put a generalized statement that this food is very good, probably your dog might not be taking it up very well.
Yes.
So you do the research, you go to the pet shop, you read what is required for the dog, and then pick it up.
I would suggest to bring in the testers or the sample packet.
Now you have sample packets
Try
actually.
to them, and whichever they like, they can choose that.
Yeah, good. So now, as we move towards the end of our session, I would like you to summarize your bond with Zara. Like in few words, what do you can say about your bond with Zara? How is it? And
She's
how
our
you?
first baby.
Okay.
That's how we mention it to everybody. Like she's our first baby, our daughter.
So
That's how.
we both think Zara is daughters only. But then, as I always learnt it from other pet parents and other teachers of mine who taught what is pet parenting. It is always going to be a dog in your life, and it never you should force the dog to become a human in your life. So you need to give her own space. You need to be so comfortable with her in making her feel that okay, fine, this is my family and this is going to be my clan. You start humanizing the dog and the dog gets irritated. There are a lot of pet parents who really feel very bad because the dog is not responding to what human stuff they require. That should not be done. So Zara gives so much positivity. The word basic meaning of Zara comes out like that. So anytime whenever Zara is around, there will be at least 5 people who will be happy around her. So it has been a 100% recovery for her. Whenever there is a group who does not like dogs, or if the person standing next to her is scared of dogs, she will first make that person comfortable by assuring the person to be like accommodative with her, and then she will start responding to others. So I have found her as a symbol of peace only. Anytime wherever you go, you find always happiness when Zara is around. So Zara equals to
in
happiness for
fact,
us.
she won the family restrictions too. Now that our family, they come together, sit with her. Though they are afraid, now that it's like 80% they are comfortable now.
Okay.
Anytime you have a call with my parents or her parents, before cutting the call, they will say, "How is Zara?"
How is Zara?
From why is Zara to how is Zara is a much big difference actually.
Very a difficult journey as well for
Definitely.
you. Nice. So this point you very well focused and pointed out that pet parents should keep this in mind, that this is a pet and this is an animal, a dog or a cat, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Give them their space as well, not try
Definitely.
to humanize.
You need to let them free also.
According to your convenience and your.
Definitely, you plan many things in your life. The dog also requires their own planning.
Yes.
It is so genuine for cats if you have cats, because they are not that kind of person to accept this humanizing stuff and all. So if you are a cat parent, then you can relate it much better, because you need to have the cat with their own space. The cat draws that line, but the dog does not do it. That is the difference here.
Yes.
So give that space. I guess the dog will bond much better with us.
And I would also suggest them go through their brand, study about them. Like retrievers are born swimmers, and they retrieve whatever you throw. Train their basic quality instead of training something different or other breed qualities. First, train your basic breed quality things.
What is basically their forte?
Instinctive breed activities are always there. So I personally, one point through this question I wanted to prove is there are quite a number of people who always think of having trainers or having people to train their own dogs, but I question them, because you learn first what is the requirement for the particular dog. You do the research, you go learn many things, and then come back and train your dog. There will definitely be a difference when you train your dog rather than asking somebody to come and train your dog. So always I ask the
And there are so many YouTube videos where you can do your basic training with them. Maybe for your high-end training or something like agility training or the obedience training, which you need a trainer, then hire a trainer. Do the basic training by yourself. That is what we would like to tell everyone.
See, there are trainers who always say you can have your basic understanding from your YouTube sessions, but then you need to definitely go through sessions through professional trainers. Get yourself trained properly. You don't have to be half cooked or half baked to train your dog. So once you get understanding of what the dog is requiring, then you can start doing. People start making it as a circus when one uncle of yours comes from long distance. They will come and ask your dog to come and shake your hand, come on, say, wag your tail. That is not required.
That is not.
So the dog needs their own space. If the dog is not that much welcoming to do any other command, you leave them free. You do their agility training, you do their swimming trainings, and many other trainings are there to make the dog feel comfortable, rather than making them a baby who will come and say hello, hi, tell her rhymes. That is not required.
Yes, exactly. So wonderful message from you being pet parents, and wish you all the best, you and Zara, and hopefully you have a new pet within 2 years as you're thinking of for now.
Definitely.
So,
thank you so much.
Pleasure meeting you people. Thank you so much.
Same here. Thank you.
So much. Thank you.